Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another HBars 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the Roos, we have the Favente Perennis. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Roos, we have Roos. Sorry, had to put more Roo in that. Exotic doggos being found. Let's switch out of caster mode there, and since we got two Roos players, let's switch back and forth between both players to see who has better bounties. These deer are being cleaned up by Cyan. Blue's been finding a lot of exotic doggos. These deer have been found as well. It feels like Blue's finding more wildlife there. Granted, we just hear him. Oh, that's a boar. I thought that was a deer still alive. He's a little bit more for trade bounty. There's a pair of exotic doggos there. Cyan now brings his two scouts here. Blue reinforces his two scouts there. And Blue did not get that exotic doggo there. Still does not, just ever so shy. And we do have his opponent also at 240. Both players at 240. Both players need to kill off a boar and maybe find one more, or find more wolf in order to get the tier 2. So that is... Oh, no, looks like Blue did find some exotic doggos. So Blue does have a slight advantage there. With that slight advantage, he will have increased villager collection rate from food, as well as a slight amount of collection rate from the hunting cabins. The collection rate from food is very important, because it says food not just farms, so all food sources will be collected faster. Very powerful when it comes to wildlife as well. And his opponent still has not found any. Let's keep him selected while we continue on the game, because if he finds one more exotic doggo, he will of course get his tier 2. In the meantime, he's either need to get boar or high trade house to get up any higher. Yes, there's 3 scouts moving around in tandem. Looks like Blue's eyeing for stone, eyeing to go for another town center. We got a bit of stone being collected by Cyan. Not really focusing it. He's mixing his collection rate, and there we go. Now got some food being collected as well. So both sides are eyeing for town centers and not for early nights. Blue does deploy a pair of militia. I think he's using militia there to take on the boar. Very nice. And now we do also have the wooden fortress and a hunting cabin there. The hunting cabin will probably provide him 10 gold per minute at most, probably 6. Scouts advance forward. The last remaining militia will expire now. Died from a heart attack. Scout advancing on forward, trying to find something. Or just trying to find just scouting around. Got a town center from both players now, 34 to 31. And now I do have, looks like one Blue's scouts does get ganged up and shanked to death. And his body left out to rot. The Kremlin is right next to the town center there, so he can have 18 villagers in this area and have all nice safe stores there. There's a house right there. Pair of stables employed by Blue. Looks like I'm for some early night production. Over here, we got a barracks and a stable as well. Looks like Blue mate is mixing in some spearmen. He's fearing early nights. Best way to deal with early nights, maybe just build up more knights. Yeah, probably not. Because it's a bit of a gamble to go for something like that. Because if you lose one fight, you're going to be down a lot of knights. And Blue's going for a 3rd town center now. So it looks like Blue's on the eye. Oh, we got also already 3rd town center for Cyan as well. So a lot of village production both sides. Both sides just mass ecoing. Blue does deploy up the stables there, but has no additional military units on the field. Just getting out early night now. Wooden fortress has been upgraded with arrow slits. And looks like Cyan now is going to be eyeing for that boar. He's been on tier 2 for quite some time. This will get him to tier 3. There's the villagers now. And Does going to shank the boar there, getting up to tier 2 now. Cyan's now advancing forward with a good wave of archers. I don't know if he has... He does not have siege engineers, nor do I see it being researched. Now we do have the early knights and spearmen trying to find an angle. Blue probably has that area spotted. Early knights now going to try to charge forward. He not paying attention, splits his damage there, does lose one of the villagers. Does not have textiles research at the moment, and do got some arrow fire raining in on those early knights. Cyan has a much larger force on the field, 31 to 8. Blue's now eyeing for archer and early knight. His opponent is getting some archers out as well. You got a line of fortified palisade walls being built, but it is still being built, and the villager will not build it up in time. Blue does have some early knights here, has still scouted this region to spot into the shrubbery. Of course, the wooden Kremlin does have good vision range, as it has all the upgrades researched as a wooden fortress, barring the spring gold, of course. Archer does get overran. Knows with this force here, he's actually trying to torch down an additional hole there. Blue has a force of 8 early knights here, as well as 6 archers. Over here, we do have 5 early knights, 17 spearmen, and 10 archers. The spearmen, of course, going to be very important against these early knights. Blue is still trying to build more archers, which is good versus spearmen, but he's still trailing behind in production at the moment. He has a good amount of food stored up. He's eyeing for a lot of gold. He's eyeing for a castle age. Nice, trying to find additional villagers there, trying to build walls. We got pierce damage and horticulture being researched by the Cyan player. Does spot that wooden fortress there, fires some random arrows. Blue has double products and mining technology. So they both will have equal number of economic techs, just different ones. Gold versus food. Science Force now advancing forward with a massive army. He does have 17 militia, or not 17, 14 militia you call it. He may want to call in that 16 militia now. This town center will go down. He's just going to sacrifice it. And now Science advancing forward is just doing more and more production. High trade house not being bought up by Blue. Red or Cyan is still pretty far from getting his own castle age. We got 19 archers here, 29 archers, 29 spearmen, 8 early knights, and 2 scouts in this region. Blue simply does not have enough force, but with castle age, he may go for a high quality force to engage this army. There's a gold deposit here. The high trade house is not really a great spot there to get a lot of free gold. Cyan does charge forward these early knights there. Does lose a scout. Receive the extra damage there. These villagers need to back out of this region. These villagers are far too exposed. Blue does have less villagers than his opponent. One of Blue scouts do go down, but as long as keep one alive, that's more than plenty. Mining camp will go down there. Archers finding some free hits there on the archers. Blue's archers probably get overran. High trade house maybe next. Cyan has a good number of archers here. Got a single spear here. Does get a brace there, stopping all of those knights from hitting those archers. Some of the early knights start going down. We do have regular knight research. We do have high quality knights. And now here comes a massive wave of militia. He needs this militia on the front line there. Knights are pushing way forward. Archers need to pull back a little bit. Knights are recharging back in. High trade house being built by Cyan. Don't come down how effective that militia is, because right now Blue's not in great position. Cyan is fighting against a higher quality force though. These folks find these archers, perhaps a little bit overkill. And looks like Cyan's front line does get disintegrated. Blue's militia is still pushing on in. And Cyan will lose his entire army there. Blue does have a small window to get some more guns. He does have an Ace Bandit. He has good number of knights. Gonna use his other forces for defense. He may just want to charge for, especially the militia, and charge for his knights to get as much damage as he can get. And now we're getting some horse archers on field. Horse archers, I believe, are severely underrated. They are good. And now, of course, a good item mixing with your knights for ranged mobile support. They're much better than Magadai in general. Blue, of course, still has less villages at the moment, and he does have similar army size as well. He does have a good number of knights, so his force is much higher quality, though there goes a third of his army, the militia going down. This gold deposit being cleaned on up. He does have... That's not in his borders at the moment. Blue needs our eye to advance towards a gold deposit. Cyan has locked down his side of the map. Blue has not locked down half of map either yet. And his gold is minimal. Going for another town center here, very nice. Going for a large number of farms from the high trade house, very nice. The high trade house does not improve the, what's it called, the nearby farms. They only provide deer, which by the way, Indy is collecting up the deer, very good. Got some archery ranks deployed on the field, blacksmith deployed on the field. He can go for Warriors Fortitude. And Cyan's going for a big wave of research now. I heard a relic being picked on up. We have Cyan selected, so I think that's a relic picked up by Cyan. Nope, Blue has picked up a relic. And now Blue's collecting that gold. We need to start eyeing to cure up this right gold deposit, especially this one here. That's a deposit of 8,000. Cyan could go aggressive and pull out a keep over here. Wooden Fortress trying to be pulled on the field, primarily probably for spotting in this region. Big line of economic text with Cyan. Blue has got the same economic text as well, so they're even economic text. But it looks like Blue has hacked armor research, while Cyan's going for pierce armor. And now do have Warriors Fortitude being researched as well. Warrior Monk being annihilated. Villager will go down there, trying to lock down that half of the map. We still have... Warrior Monk does go down there. We of course have horse archers here, a good number of horse archers. They right now do 14 damage. They only have 4.5 range, so less than a regular archer, but they hit much, much harder. They do cost, what, twice the amount? But they are twice as effective in general. Yeah, 80-40 versus... Yeah, veteran archer's 80, while a horse archer's 80-40. So that means 120 versus 80. Yeah, they're definitely worth more than... They're definitely much more cost effective than regular archers. But his archers, horse archers getting hit by these spearmen. Got these forces coming forward. We got this wooden fortress firing away as well. More of early knights pushing forward. Blue has not been doing a good job of remaxing. He lost a good number of horse archers there. Needs a quick damage there. Got a wave of militia now advancing forward. That is half his army right there, the militia. Blue's captured the sacred site there. Very nice. Got more horse archers being pulled in the field while Cyan's just streaming in more and more spearmen. Right now, Blue needs to pull out some man-at-arms to deal with his opponent's current composition. A couple of spearmen wouldn't hurt as well. Got good number of some crossbows here. Kremlin could be garrisoned by some of these forces. Now, Blue's trying to go for a keep here. Maybe a little bit too late for that. Spring Gold being researched by the Kremlin as well. A couple of knights being fought on field, engaging the knights. More spearmen there. Blue's just going to go, Cyan's going to pass Cyan's or Blue's keep. He's trying to deploy on out. A couple villagers here. Spearmen advancing on forward. Warrior Monk trying to get some healing. Let's get the town center garrison. Now trying to run away to another location. High Trade House cannot be garrisoned. Horse archers getting some good damage there. Doing a good job of microing all around. More horse archers being put on the field. So you got some crossbows here, but horse archers are light, not ranged, or not heavy. Keeping out on the field, getting some good damage on these reinforcing forces, and blue does back out the game now. Overall, blue just have trouble remaxing. Their situations were very similar, but he just didn't remax or max out all too well. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching and on to the next replay.